Think back a year. A pandemic forces you into your home, school's canceled, and you have a lot of free time. What do? Well, you might post on social media, bake bread, watch movies with your family, or you could start investing in the stock market. This is just one of the many ways that the pandemic has affected the stock market. Now, what is the stock market? Well, the stock market is where you can input your money into shares of companies. The more you input, the more output you might profit. Probably wondering, how has the COVID-19 pandemic affected the stock market? Well, there are many different answers to this question. So I narrowed it down to the top 3 ways for you. First and foremost, the amount of people investing in the stock market changed. During the pandemic, many more people started investing in the stock market. For example, people who used to be in their office all day and every day and had no free time, now weren't in their office all day and every day and had a bunch of free time. In this free time, many people started investing in the stock market. If you've invested in the stock market before, you might know what Robinhood is. Robinhood is an online trading app. Robinhood pulled in millions of new downloads of their app during the COVID-19 pandemic. Second is how the COVID-19 pandemic helps in stocks. At the beginning of the pandemic, people wanted to exercise. The only problem was the gyms were closed and you couldn't leave your house. So people turned to Peloton. Peloton is most associated with their indoor bike, as you can see here. Their indoor bike was just what people needed, so people got subscriptions to their classes and bought their bikes so that they could exercise at home. This resulted in Peloton stock going up by 400% since the start of the pandemic. Netflix lets you watch your favorite shows at home with no ads. Netflix gained 16 million new subscribers since the start of the pandemic. Another example of how the COVID-19 pandemic helped some stocks is Moderna. Right now, Moderna is one of the few companies that has been successful in making a COVID-19 vaccine. But when they were still testing that vaccine, when they announced that they had good progress with making their vaccine, their stocks skyrocketed. Last but not least, how the COVID-19 pandemic hurt some stocks. The travel industry took a big hit at the beginning of the pandemic. The travel industry includes air travel, cruise lines, trains, and more. These stocks were doing bad because of government restrictions and fear of getting the virus. With the travel industry, there are also travel agencies. Travel agencies also did bad because nobody was traveling. Another example of stocks that went down is Burger King. Burger King is a restaurant, and like many restaurants, there were some difficulties during the pandemic. Many restaurants had to shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and because there was no income, many had to close because of bankruptcy. As you can see, the COVID-19 pandemic has largely affected the stock market. To learn more about this, visit my blog or scan this QR code.